let's explore the nighttime exploration backpack. The dark may seem scary sometimes, but there's actually a lot of cool things you can find if you're just patient enough and go outside and take a look. First off, we have 2 books, Wait Till It Gets Dark, A Kid's Guide to Exploring the Night, and Night Creepers. Both books illustrate different creatures you can find in the night if you're brave enough.
Now here we have a fun little tool called a moon gazer. So this allows you to figure out when the moon is rising and setting based on the phase that it's in. So it's got this wheel that turns. So let's say that we are having a full moon tonight, and I can set the notch to here onto the full moon, and I can see that the moon is going to be rising around sunset and it's going to be setting around sunrise. And so if I think about what might be happening in a couple of weeks from now, when there's a new moon, I can turn the wheel around to new moon, and now I can see that the moon will be rising right at sunrise with the sun and then setting at sunset. This is called a planisphere, and this allows us to find out which constellations are above us on any given night of the year. So let me show you how it works. There is a dial around the outside that has the date. And if you look along the bottom here, you can see the time. So it starts at 6 p.m. and goes all the way to 6 a.m. And so what you want to do is look at the day of the year that it is today, and then let's say I'm doing this at 8 o'clock at night on February 15th. So I want to line that February 15th up with that 8 p.m. And now this shows what the constellations that I am seeing in the sky are. Now you want to make sure that you are facing north and hold it directly above you like this. And so now I'm facing north, and the constellations are going to appear just like that. So I can identify the patterns that I see in the sky and figure out which constellation it is.
And while you're out looking at the night sky, we have some informational books in here for you to check out as well. First, the Take-Along Guide to Planets, Moons, and Stars. In this, you'll find a lot of great information about the different constellations you'll find, the different stars you're looking at, and a lot more. We also have some cool little pocket guides too. A guide to the moon, which has an excellent map of the topography of the moon, as well as the night sky, which has a glow-in-the-dark chart of all the constellations, and weather, which is all about weather.
Did you know that there's a bear in the night sky, and a serpent, and even a dragon? So those are all of the constellation names. And this deck of cards has a lot of constellations on them. So you can look at the shape of the constellation on the front of the card, and on the back of the card, it has the name of the constellation, where you can find it, and some interesting facts about it as well.
We also have in the pack a flashlight. It makes sense for the nighttime. But why is this flashlight shining red?
Well, this is an important tool for being outdoors at night, because you know how it takes your eyes a little while to adjust to the light. When you go out after dark, at first it just seems pitch black and you can't see anything, and it takes a little bit for your eyes to adjust. So if you see any light, your eyes go back to their daytime mode. But red light doesn't do that. So if you're outside and you want to look at any of these books or the star charts or the planisphere, if you use the red flashlight to look at them, you won't lose your night vision. So you might be wondering why we have a pair of binoculars in our nighttime exploration backpack.
So these binoculars, once you take the lens caps off, all the sides are a bit heavier and a bit bigger than the other binoculars you might be used to. That's because the large lenses will be able to gather the light in the night sky a little bit better. So what a good idea to do is to find a bright star, look through the lenses, use the dial in the middle to adjust the clarity, and then kind of hold on for a minute and let the light gather in the lenses. And next to that one star you found, you might find many more.